times when he felt threatened and had to hide from some locals to avoid getting in serious trouble. But despite the somewhat dire circumstances, Elliot was enjoying his time in Sabuco and slowly building the life he wanted. However, just when things were starting to look up for Elliot, tragedy struck. The incident took place on the night of October 17th, 2024, when, after doing several short live streams throughout the day, Elliot went offline and sat for dinner with his wife and her parents. But then, a few minutes later, 4 men with guns barged into their home and started telling Elliot to go outside. These men were also wearing outfits similar to those of the Filipino police, likely in hopes of making Elliot more cooperative. Elliot, however, saw through their disguise and tried to run away. Unfortunately, things were pretty bad until one of them opened fire and ended up shooting Elliot twice, once in the leg and once in the abdomen. They then dragged him onto the speedboat they had docked near their home and sped off into the darkness. This was the last time that anyone saw Elliot alive. By the time the police launched a search and rescue mission, the kidnapper's boat was nowhere to be found. The investigation then remained for nearly a month until the 12th of November. But when the police eventually located the kidnappers, they were forced into a shootout, resulting in 3 of the 4 culprits losing their lives. And while they did manage to arrest the last kidnapper, it was already too late. According to the kidnapper, Elliot succumbed to his injuries when he was on the speedboat. So the kidnapper simply threw his body overboard to hide the primary evidence of the crime. Unfortunately, the police were unable to locate his remains and pronounced him officially dead in December of 2024. However, one question still remained unanswered. Why did these 4 criminals target Elliot? Well, the simplest explanation is also the most likely one. They just wanted to kidnap him for ransom. Harashi even had a first-hand experience with this, as back in high school, one of her community classmates was kidnapped and held for a ransom of $50,000.
Welcome to Colton Hall. I trust your journey was uneventful?
Well, somebody almost stitched Beck's mouth shut, but otherwise, I only hope it was worth dragging the sentinel artifact halfway around the globe.
This would also explain why the intruders were so quick to open fire if they wanted to know. Regardless of their motive, the end result of the last
My secret report is located beneath Colton Hall. Find your way down to it. Quickly.
Well, I didn't come all this way to play sardines with the help. Let's collapse that superposition. I wonder how many different things
How
are in there.
exciting!
Is it
We are just a
infinite?
few steps short of restoring Nexus.
Just tell us what to do. I've had it up to here with cryptic hints. Any last requests? Oh shit, should have asked that earlier. I wonder if this is true. Even if this prima materia stuff can regenerate Maxis's body, how can it regenerate her mind? Her soul?
The Sentinel artifact manipulates time as well as matter. Her human software will be pulled from the test. She will be the woman you knew.
Double poise.
always take this long? It's been ages.
As Chris puts it, my dad was
You spoil me.
Although Benjamin's content was somewhat niche, it left a big impact on those who came across it, with some even uploading new videos in his style to keep his memory alive. Harley Dilly was a YouTube channel run by a 14-year-old teenager from Ohio with the same name. He created the channel in 2013 to share his love of gaming, specifically the sports game Madden, with others. He also But for Harley himself, these were more than just videos. They were suffered from opposition disorder. He was also diagnosed with which resulted in and subsequently in a situation. Incidents he presented
I need to find the artifact. It's the only way to end this. You stop the ether reactors from boiling us in our skins. Find my office. I will be in contact.
Fine. I suppose Sam's betrayal is fresher than yours. Darling, you were way over your pay grade. Sam, Maxis isn't coming back, is she?
No. I wish I'd leveled with you sooner, Elizabeth. The Forsaken wore her down until there was nothing left.
Deep down, I always knew. How dare you give me false hope?
It is the last thing she would have wanted. I know this better than anyone.
John Blanchard, to whoever is out there, beware of Panos. The man's a murderer. I'm pinned down, but I'll help if I can.
Wait, someone actually willing to help? Are you all hearing this?
Bonus points.
All this time, I clung to the hope I could bring back Maxis. And that's over now.
Perhaps. Or perhaps you have a chance to do something even greater. I'm confident you will choose wisely.
I've started to enjoy the anticipation. Not a good psychological indicator. At last, a glimmer of positivity.
Max armor.
Now, spit out some nonsensical bollocks already.
The options before us always seem to be bad ones. Create a false Maxis or help the director. Boy for boy.
Helping Richtofen is a non-starter. He's a monster. But expunging a terrible mistake from Maxis's record, maybe I owe her that. I'm warning you, Box. I have a book of matches in my pocket. This rogue scientist the security chief warned us about, Panos, if he's against the director, how bad can he be?
I have the same thought. But if I have learned one thing, the enemy of my enemy is not always my friend.
Tear them to pieces. You go first. I insist. Max ammo.
If you should find our personal effects from before we were incarcerated, I had some Swedish magazines you should definitely not look at.
Ah, thanks for the warning. I'm sure you only bought them for the articles.
Double points.
You must be in turmoil about whom to help should we regain control of the Sentinel artifact.
Honestly, I'm leaning towards helping Richtofen. Correction, helping his poor wife and child, and then finding her a good divorce lawyer.
Bonus points. Max armor.
After this, I'll be ready for space.
In other words, someone had likely later.
5,000 grams of carbs! That is going to translate into some serious gains.
Nick's family has set up a website. They've also $1,000 for any useful information. Neither despite his efforts, the cases remain cold.
Charming.
Some have speculated that Austin might have killed Nick and hidden his body. However, many uploads remaining as a foreign land. his YouTube channel.
Lovely mood lighting.
Meltdown is practically imminent. Luckily, if it happens, you'll feel nothing.
See? Not so difficult. Everything with you is difficult.
More power, less problems.
Don't remember wavy beams ever being a good thing. Yeah, it's not. Find a way to fix it. The levels are balancing out. Stabilization. Reactors are responding positively. So far, you're exceeding my expectations. I hope you're done wreaking havoc on my accelerator, as we now have a new problem. Sam has blocked access to Tower 3. I'll try to get you in, but there's something in the mutant research lab I need.
Riding a bike. These should really come with some sort of hazard warning.
When she knew all along it was impossible. All I ask is that you unmurder my family.
Quiet in the lab, please. We're about to observe a fascinating reaction. Falling into my trap! I wasn't worried. Not even for a second.
Alert. Gravity conditions are being restored to usual levels.
Seconds after the jump, gravity started its direction. I can see the Manning said it and provided wasn't very good. Except the opposite number and arguing his direction. Come back.
Max ammo. Rescue workers found his body. Unfortunately, investigators were able to splice together a 1% they were able to allow the whole place. Tear them to pieces.
Be advised, local gravity levels are falling.
Max ammo.
The primary power is an unacceptable color. They cannot evac. You'll be fine.
I could have killed a lot more of you, you know.
Started off just a dead warning. The plane taking off, climbing, cruising, descending, shot it. As it was about to land at the airport, one of the passengers started live streaming on Facebook from within the cabin. This passenger was a 25-year-old Indian man named Sanu Jaiswal. He was an adventurous young man who loved nothing more than exploring new places with his friends and experiencing their beauty firsthand. This time he had traveled to Nepal as a tourist with 3 of his close friends, and after enjoying Kathmandu to its fullest, the 4 of them were headed to Lahore to experience paragliding. He was excited for the upcoming adventure and wanted to share this moment with his entire social circle, which is why he started streaming. What none of his viewers knew, however, was that this was going to be the last time they would see Sanu alive. Because just a minute after he started streaming, the situation took a terrifying turn as the camera became disoriented and the laughter turned to screaming. What followed was an extremely loud explosion. Somehow the phone stayed intact and continued streaming everything to Sanu's friends and family. But all they could see at this point was nothing short of horrific, with the entire camera feed getting covered in raging flames, and worst of all, the screaming suddenly coming to a halt. Something had gone horribly wrong, and it wasn't long before people found out exactly what. Flight 691 had somehow crashed into the riverbank a few hundred meters away from the airport. The crash also caused the remaining fuel to ignite, so by the time the rescue workers arrived on the scene, there was nothing left. The crash and the resulting fire had taken the lives of the 4 crew members and the 68 passengers. Sanu was among these casualties, as he unknowingly recorded his own final moments, with no idea of the tragedy that was about to unfold. The only silver lining in this accident was that the plane barely missed the populated area right next to the river, which would have likely doubled, if not tripled, the losses. As for how things went so horribly wrong when the rest of the flight had been relatively smooth, a months-long investigation concluded that it was mostly due to human error. You see, the flight was originally supposed to land on runway 30, but for some unknown reason the pilot requested to land on the indirect runway 12. Now, the co-pilot, Anju Kariwada, was under training at the time, so it's possible the pilot requested the alternative route to teach her how to land at an awkward angle. Unfortunately, while the plane was turning, she misinterpreted a command and accidentally switched both engine propellers to the feathered position. This resulted in the engine stalling, the plane losing control, turning over, and crashing into the riverbank. Put simply, a single unfortunate mistake cost the lives of dozens of people and uprooted the lives of hundreds of family members. On June 16, 2013, 29-year-old Yevgeny Titov noticed a demolition happening near his work in Lipetsk, Russia. He was on his lunch break and had plenty of time to admire the work being done. So he took out his phone and started recording the demolition. Unfortunately, watching this demolition was about to become the worst decision of his life. Now, I should mention that Yevgeny was being as cautious as he could. He was standing at least twice as far from the building being destroyed as the 2 men in front of him. Yevgeny was also standing up. off to the side, since given the demolition method, the debris looked like it was going to fall towards the excavator. Tragically, that is not what happened. As the excavator pulled the wall beyond its tipping point, it didn't detach cleanly and rotated mid-air, sending massive bricks and other debris hurling toward Yevgeny. And while the men standing nearby were nearly missed, Yevgeny wasn't so lucky. He was thrown to the ground by flying debris, with the impact leaving him critically wounded while others rushed over to help. Paramedics were called and rushed him to the hospital. Sadly, it was too late. Yevgeny had suffered multiple complex fractures, damaged organs, and serious brain trauma. He passed away shortly after reaching the hospital, leaving his wife and 9-year-old daughter. All because he wanted to watch a building being demolished from what he believed was a safe distance. The company in charge of the demolition was charged with criminal negligence for failing to establish an effective perimeter around the work site, with the video Yevgeny captured serving as a crucial piece of evidence. However, no legal penalty could rewind time or erase the damage that had already been done. 23-year-old Helen Wendy Neal was moving from Japan to Canada on a 10-year study visa when she was just 20 years old. By 2022, she was close to completing her education while also working as a nurse in the first
I hope you rested up on your journey to West Virginia. You look well, all things considered.
I was expecting this place to be a bit more sciencey. Housekeeping!
I wish I could come greet you in person, but my physical form is, well, too much fun to descend to my bunker.
Right now, just hope my grave won't read death by civil hospitality.
Max armor.
How exciting! We are just a few steps short of restoring Nexus.
Just tell us what to do. I've had it up to here with cryptic hints. Have we ever figured out exactly how and why this box works? I'll dedicate the pile of bodies I leave behind to you. Even if this prima materia stuff can regenerate Maxis's body, how can it regenerate her mind? Her soul?
The Sentinel artifact manipulates time as well as matter. Her human software has been pulled from the test. She will be the woman you knew. Trust me.
Double points. is a spine made of iron.
Oh, I'll take that as a compliment. But don't ever call me Mum or I'll punch you in the Goonies.
Full power!
I'll just put this here for unsafe keeping.
Ended with Armin landing in the middle of a cow pasture, now being completely silent. His viewers quickly contacted the authorities, who spent the next few hours looking for him. Unfortunately, by the time they found him, it was already too late. Armin had succumbed to his injuries and passed away. And while the Swiss authorities never released the true cause of his death, whether it was equipment failure or pilot error, at the very least, he died doing what he loved. A.B. Pustio was a 29-year-old.
I'm not getting enough for it. I was thinking it was a dead person. But the thing is, it was actually a dead person and be floating to the top, right? Remember that? Like if they're actually dead. It's like you gotta walk around the rock right? Let's go around the top. So go around that, go around that.
Vending machine king. On April 30th, 1985, a 45-year-old truck driver stopped near a vending machine in Fukuyama, Japan. He was exhausted from work and was looking for an energy drink to help him power through the rest of the day. When he approached the vending machine, however, he noticed something.
I hope you rested up on your journey to West Virginia. You look well, all things
Walked down
considered.
a street.
I was expecting this place to be a bit more sciencey.
That's the confession. Horribly wrong with his body. Followed by
Once you get inside, make your way down to my mainframe. I cannot wait to see you.
hospital where doctors discovered a little amount of paraquat dichloride in his system.
Oh,
Paraquat
right now,
is a sign that
let's hope my
despite
gravestone won't read death by Southern
more
hospitality.
importantly, it's also highly toxic to humans. When ingested, it can lead to severe nausea, throat inflammation, thermal chemical burns, and eventually death.
Yeah, I'm going to call that a successful shot.
Despite there's no antidote for the deadly chemical today, let alone back then. So after 2 months of his life in the mine, Chuck Evans passed away on the 30th of May, 1985. At first, investigators assumed that given the nature of his work, however, after reviewing his call records, they found no trace.
After all you've endured, all the miles you traveled, I regret there are just a few tiny little final tests.
Anything should be difficult.
But
Cheating death tops the list.
they couldn't determine whether the self-inflicted.
Never a bad time to diversify the arsenal.
Now, while it might sound absurd, you have to understand that paraquat in other words, the possibility of it being self-inflicted is just however, another person who falls victim to this same poison and found another same and one more 2 weeks after that. By this point, it was clear that this was the word.
Even if this prima materia stuff can regenerate Maxis's body, how can it regenerate her mind? Her soul?
The sentinel artifact manipulates time as well as matter. Her human software has been pulled from the past. She will be the woman you knew. Trust me.
Common enough that he could be kind of by the end of the year, this as I mentioned earlier, this killer was a master of
In a few ticks, I guess I'll find out just how lucky I really am. Well, aren't you just the little ray of sunshine inside this wayward reality?
Some speculate
If you could hurry it up, that would help.
Ooh. Remind me of my mother. Soft on the outside, with a spine made of iron.
Oh, I'll take that as a compliment. But don't ever call me Mum, or I'll punch you in the goonies. Pushover.
They also instructed vending machine owners to investigate their stock chemical shops.
Now that we're so close to bringing back Maxis, I'm having second thoughts. I mean, we're playing God here. That never ends well.
I know she was special to me. To me as well. If there is a chance, this will work.
Tear them to pieces.
Possible that the person who took it
Hats off to me, and heads up to you. else, Sergei's a survivor. I grieve for what he went through while we were away.
To the hospital where medical staff discovered that she had been stabbed and despite lying on the street and bleeding from what may have been a normal still dark outside and all the African American woman still in there. Now, in most other similar cases,
That's because her attacker's profile closely matched the perpetrator of another incident that took place about 8 months earlier in the surrounding area. The victim of that incident was 64-year-old Larry Eugene McChristian. He was living in Little Rock with his daughter Sarah, who was on probation at the time. On the 20th of August, 2020, he had a medical emergency and was taken to the hospital in an ambulance. He was discharged from the hospital the next morning. However, when the hospital staff tried to contact Sarah so she could pick him up, she wasn't answering her phone. So they gave Larry the information about a nearby homeless shelter and a bus token to get there. Later that day, Sarah came to the hospital looking for her father, only to learn that he'd been discharged hours ago. She then reached out to the homeless facility Larry was told about, but they didn't know anything about his whereabouts either. The only option she had was to file a missing persons report and wait for the police to find Larry. 2 days later, on the 24th of August, Sarah received the call she was waiting for. Tragically, it wasn't the news she had hoped for. According to the official report, the Little Rock Police Department found Larry's body on South Gate Street at around 2 a.m. They identified him by the hospital discharge papers he had. More importantly, he had multiple stab wounds on his body and was unfortunately already dead by the time the police arrived. His death was declared a homicide, and the investigators began looking for clues almost immediately. This proved quite impossible at first, since there were no witnesses, and there wasn't anything that could be used as evidence of the crime scene. However, after inspecting the surrounding houses, they had a major breakthrough. The CCTV camera outside a nearby house had captured the suspect walking down the street, when suddenly he spots Larry and begins walking towards him. After committing the crime, he tries leaving over the wall, only to stop, go back, and stab Larry one last time before fleeing. As mentioned earlier, this man matched the profile Deborah gave to the police, leading investigators to believe she was attacked by the same person. While looking into older cases, they also connected the same killer to another murder that happened in the area.
Welcome to Liberty Falls. You've traveled halfway around the world. Now let's get this finished.
I was expecting this place to be a bit more silent.
However, they uncovered another tragedy unfolded. On April 2020, a day after
The director retrofitted this mansion to what you might call my hardware.
I very much wish to examine your mainframe, Sam. That sounded less cynical than intended.
This life a little unconventional, extremely its victim of this year. As we realized,
No hard feelings! You were in my way!
They also traced the public transportation.
I can't wait! Seriously, I don't have time.
Everything is ready, but there is more work to do to empower the Sentinel archive.
Anything should be difficult. Cheating death tops the list.
While researching this case, I came across an Arkansas-based blog called The Story. Dawn of the Squad. Put simply, if they go to accomplish for a man, multiple tools named Deborah, who, according to their blog, argued the identity of her attacker. They also uncovered many details about this supposed killer, including his criminal record.
All this waiting, and I could still end up with a slap in the face. Lucky me!
Also, his history of drug abuse and how the authors of this blog also point to
Even if this prima materia stuff can regenerate Maxis's body, how can it regenerate her mind? Oh,
The Sentinel artifact manipulates time as well as matter. Her human software will be pulled from the past. She will be the woman you knew.
Bonus points.
Unfortunately, this is where the leads end. Whether snarky media is telling the truth or not remains uncertain. What is certain, however, is that the case remains unsolved to this.
Vending machines. They come in various shapes and sizes, but technically they all do the same thing. Insert a coin or two, make a selection, and a few mechanical clicks will lead you to a small dopamine rush. Now, that all sounds lovely, but throughout 1985, some of these vending machines across Japan led to 12 deaths and a further 22 poisonings. But who is behind these violent crimes? How did Japan react to this unknown serial killer? And is there a fear that still lingers to this very day? Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, folks. My name is Adrian, and welcome back to another video of my Coffeehouse Crime. You're joining me today to look at the mysterious case of the Japanese vending machine murders. Now, you may or may not have heard, but I post true crime and strange cases here weekly, so if that is your sort of thing, please consider subscribing to Coffeehouse Crime, and I may just give you a coffee. So please, on that note, grab yourself a coffee, buckle up, and get ready for the deep dive. This is the case of the Japanese vending machine murders. In this video, we're travelling back in time to the 1980s, and turning our focus to the prosperous country of Japan. Back then, Japan was noticeably different to what it currently is today. The country was the envy of the world, growing at an annual rate of 4%. Now, I wasn't alive in this period of time, but what I've been told is that this golden era is often referred to as a miracle after the devastation of World War II. Unemployment was at a staggering low of 4%, and most of its population had considerably higher income compared to the cost of living. In tandem to this, manufacturing and exploitation increased rapidly, which gave way to a very resourceful nation. During this time,
Welcome to Liberty Falls. Population? Well, less than yesterday. Never been so glad to see backup arrive. Hell, lucky I'm still in one piece. I need you to look for survivors. Subdue any threats. Help me save this town. Copy. Be advised, we lost contact with 3 of our scientists in town trying to stop the outbreak. Find them, bring them home. We need brain power as much as firepower.
pretty sure that might cause brain damage.
Bonus points.
I'm always keen to expand my weapon portfolio. Got anything exotic?
For a team who didn't expect to take on the apocalypse today, you're handling this well.
And of course, what I'm talking about is vending machines. Although in many other countries, most of the vending machines
I swear, if I'm a little man and the spring pops out, I'm gonna kick this box to bits. It's like you read my mind. Shit.
But in 1985, that On May 2nd, 1985, and after 3 days of fighting this illness, this man would unfortunately pass away. But the big question remained, what exactly had killed him? The man's condition was symptomatic of poisoning, and after sampling his vomit, a significant amount of the herbicide paraquat, which is a common plant in weed control, was found. Before passing away, he recounted his final day at work, telling doctors that he'd stopped at a vending machine on the way and bought a bottle of Ronamin C, which is a vitamin-loaded energy drink commonly found in Japan. Many vending machine companies were running a special promotion. If you purchased a bottle of Ronamin C, there was a chance that 2 would drop down into the drain. Now, in this case, the truck driver wasn't so lucky, but someone else must have had this luck instead, as just after his purchase, he noticed a spare bottle stood on top of the vending machine. Making the assumption that someone had cleverly passed their luck on to someone else, he decided to take a drink. Now, this has to be said in context, but Japan is a relatively safe country, and this especially applies when away from its capital, Tokyo. Japan's people are known to guard their borders heavily, and people are so trustworthy that it's common to find keypad stores and stalls where you can freely buy items across the country. When it comes to giving,
You made it here, and you are alive. Splendid. Soon we shall be able to bring that patient Maxis.
Let's move. The quicker we get the artifact to Sam, the sooner we see Maxis.
This is a large property. Where exactly should we take the artifact?
My quantum processing is underground. Find a way down to my mainframe chamber.
Finally! What the hell he put my teeth on edge?
Double points.
Everything is ready, but there is more work to do to empower the central architect.
Just tell us what to do. I've had it up to here with cryptic hints. It's a bit like roulette. At least it's not the Russian kind. This'll keep me in fighting form. Excellent choice, Plops.
stranger who has never taken their life before is a very harrowing concept. Although this only started as one incident, and authorities hoped it would stay that way, this unfortunately wouldn't be the case, as by September that same year, and more than 150 miles away, came another case, all too similar. On September the 11th, 1985, a 52-year-old male had stopped by a vending machine after a long day of fishing. To quench his thirst, he picked up a bottle of, you guessed it, see, not from a shop, but a local vending machine. After hearing his drink clunk from the dispenser tray, he reached in to find 2 bottles, and assuming he got lucky, he took both home with him. After beginning to drink one of these bottles on his journey back home, he began to feel woozy, and after feeling concerned that it may be the drink, he closed the bottle and took it to the hospital with him. To no surprise, after testing the drink, it returned positive with paraquat, and unfortunately, just 2 days later, this man passed away. While dying in the hospital ward, a third individual was struck with the very same problem. This one was a 22-year-old student from Matsusaka City, which was located more than 100 miles away. Needless to say, but authorities were beginning to grow concerned. A pattern was beginning to emerge, and they could only assume that all of this was coming from one murderous mind. The problem is, this was Japan in 1985, and surveillance cameras were not yet common or widespread, especially outside of Tokyo. DNA wasn't a thing yet either, analysis was rudimentary and unreliable, and forensics didn't yet have the technology we have nowadays. So in short, the police had no footage, no fingerprints, and with something as public as a vending machine, there was no way they could extract DNA or other evidence otherwise. The government began to warn vending machines and drinks companies to tighten their security and caution the public about taking suspicious drinks. And, all in the meanwhile, these paraquat poisoning cases continued to climb. Over the following months, many people across Japan began to fall ill under similar circumstances. And it's worth noting, it was never in the same city twice. Between September 11th and November 24th, 1985, 35 people fell victim to paraquat poisoning. And sadly, this claimed the lives of 13 people. These attacks spanned the entire country, and further deaths were recorded in Imedate, Maya Konojo, Habekino, Konosu, Kashihara, Miyagi Prefecture, Kawachi Nagano, Uruwa, Kodamagan, and Kanazawa. And these were only the people that we know about. Who knows how many others had bought these drinks, but ended up putting them down for whatever reason. Although it's easy to assume that all of these poisonings were committed by the same individual, that theory couldn't be confirmed. In fact, police could even identify multiple inspirations and copycats from across the country. In one instance, a college student and a middle-aged woman in Tokyo reported their drinks to the police after realizing they tasted funny. And after being tested, results came back to confirm traces of lime-sulfur mixture, which was not paraquat, but the modus operandi was all the same. In another instance, one young boy poisoned himself in a cry for attention. He thought that if he was hospitalized, all of his classmates would visit him while in hospital. For the record, kids, please don't poison yourself. There were other occasions too. In September of that same year, an art gallery worker attempted to poison her manager by slipping cyanide into his coffee. What an absolute betrayal to caffeine. And another man, while out at a restaurant with co-workers, discreetly dissolved paraquat into multiple drinks in a dark attempt to poison those attending. All of this was due to his grudge against the company. Although this specific attempt failed, he did eventually manage to bankrupt the company. I'm not sure why, but he must have been seriously pissed off with his employer. And after hearing how accessible paraquat was, another student mixed the chemical into his drink to take his life, but luckily he was unsuccessful. Circling back to the point, the police had no idea who the original assailant was. All they knew was that the actual killer was most likely a sole individual with a very dark affinity for paraquat. This was likely someone who was socially deprived and relished the fact that it was causing unimaginable pain and even death to total strangers. The general public even gave a nickname for this type of criminal, Yukaihan, which sounds similar to yukai, which is a supernatural monster found in Japanese folklore. And this mysterious murderer could have been almost anyone. The only requirement to buy this herbicide is to be over the age of 18. After November of that very same year, paraquat poisonings ground to a very halt, and to this very day, no one knows who killed the dozen people. It is not actually known what happened to the killer, but just guessing, they were likely satisfied with their impact, impressed by the number of copycats, and just simply decided to quit while they were ahead. Following their deaths, the company that owned Ornament C eventually made a public broadcast to let people know they were making their bottles tamper-proof. And to this very day, if you go into a konbini or to the right vending machine, you will notice that all Ornament C drinks are in a glass bottle with a tamper-proof pull-off lid. Much of this case reminds me of the infamous Tylenol poisonings of 1982 that took place in Chicago, which I think many of my American viewers will recognize. In this story, tamper-proof bottles of Tylenol were placed on supermarket shelves across Chicago. It is possible that the murderer in this Japanese case was influenced by these killings, as the Chicago case took place only 3 years before their spree. The case was extremely high profile and had international coverage, and the culprit was never caught either. After the Chicago poisonings, the packaging of many medicines was designed to be tamper-proof, and in an effort to save its reputation, the company responsible was also highly vocal about this. But unfortunately, jumping back to Japan, this case has remained cold ever since. and despite hundreds of leads and almost 37 years passing, nobody has ever been arrested. But there are multiple theories on who could be responsible for the Paracat murders. Some have speculated that the assailant could be a previous offender who had threatened various food companies only 1 year before the murders. He was known as the so-called Monster with 21 Faces. It is alleged that this was an organized group of people who wanted to attain money from multiple large food corporations. They made multiple threats to poison their stock before placing them back onto supermarket shelves for the unsuspecting public to then buy. And although it does sound similar, they were far bolder and more brash with their techniques. They often sent aggressive letters to various companies, newspapers, and the police, and, at times, had even kidnapped influential members of these companies. But the Paracat murderer was far less boastful about their actions, and never made any public threat for personal gain. So, at least in my eyes, it seems that these two cases are totally unrelated. And if this honestly was only one person, then their murder count ranks as one of the highest Japan has ever seen, as many serial killers are often caught way before the figure of 12. Sadly, it is likely that we will never know who this individual is, and even to this day, they could be out there right now, aging and elderly, waiting for death to take their secret to the grave. This is a morbid case to say the least. The pain these people were put through is honestly quite unimaginable, and all of this happened through accepting a random act of kindness. And although it is doubtful that this will ever happen to you, it's an excellent example of why you should always protect your drink, be it from a night out or free from a machine. The Paracat murderer knew exactly what they were doing. They wanted to strike fear into accepting random acts of kindness, and this played a substantial psychological effect across all of Japan. And even still to this day, this could happen to pretty much anyone. You never know who's preparing your food at a restaurant, delivering your takeout, or even preparing your coffee. So, if I were you, be sure to watch your local barista next time he sprinkles chocolate on your warm drink. Now, it is no secret that I find Japan extremely fascinating, and to add to that, vending machine murders. It's very intriguing. That'll do for me today, folks. Thank you so much for watching another video today by Coffeehouse Crime. I can never say it enough, but I really do appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you again next week in another video. If you found this case interesting or insightful, you know what to do. Please subscribe and leave a like on the video. And as some of you have probably figured, but this was a little different to my usual case, as I don't really cover unsolved ones. So please let me know below if you minded that. So, what do you think? Do you think this was an individual, multiple people, or an organization? Please let me know in the comments down below. And once again, thank you to Babbel for sponsoring today's video. I'll leave a link down below, or scan the QR code on the screen. Anyway, as always, I'll be back again very soon for another video. Until that moment arrives though, please remember to look after each other, and of course, stay safe. Thank you, and goodbye. There's only going to be one video next week, and that's because this guy has been sick recently, so I'm going to take him to the vets.
I can't believe you've done this.
I'm going to look after him. I think that kind of takes some of the time I've got away. So, sorry folks, only one video next week.
Meet Christopher Lloyd, the most disgusting human I've ever caught. He came to meet not one, but two of our young decoys. And before he came, he sent over 20 images of cheese pizza to quote-unquote prepare them for what was about to happen. Not only that, but he also admitted to owning over 5,000 images of cheese pizza on his phone alone, and to SAing two of his cousins before they were even teenagers. Wait, what is she walking with you guys doing? Like, that made her feel left out?
Making out, and their sister was playing with like freezing babies.
I must say, viewer discretion is advised before watching this disturbing episode of EDP Watch. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new episode of EDP Watch. And today, usually I'm really happy and stuff like that. I actually should be really happy because literally 2 hours earlier, we just got our first arrest here in Oregon. So that was a W. But the guy that we have coming here right now, I know it seems like every other video, this is the worst guy, but like I genuinely believe that this is actually the worst guy. This man is not talking to one, but two of our decoys. And not only that, but this man just about 5 hours ago just bombarded my decoys with a barrage of CP. He sent over 30 images you wouldn't even believe. He was sending cheese pizza galore. It was horrible. My decoy literally called me on the phone crying, having a panic attack because of how much CP they were getting, man. I mean, it was just literally horrible. And like, I feel like I couldn't do anything. Like, I really felt bad, but now we can do something. As we're speaking right now, he is Ubering over here. But not only is he bringing those evil intentions over here, but he's also bringing his pharmaceutically prescribed stuff as well to try out with our decoys. But luckily, there is no decoys here. It's only me, and I am genuinely pissed. And this police department seems to be really good here, so I'm hoping that we go 2 for 2. But from that stuff that he sent to my decoys to even the stuff that he admitted to doing in the past to his own twin cousins, this dude's about to go down. I really don't got much else to say, y'all. I am literally livid. I am pissed, but I do know that his day will come soon, and all I gotta do is just get it out of him. So without any further ado, we'll see this punk in the Uber.
Hey! It's all good, man. I love driving. How you doing today?
Alright.
Any fun plans for the night?
Yeah, hopefully, we need 2 hot chicks and a hot tub.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about, man. That's the American dream right there.
Yeah.
You got anything else fun going on this week?
Kind of just do things. Trying to plan on meeting up tomorrow. Look at my hands. She's gone for the weekend. She's got a hot tub.
Hey.
Okay.
Stay less. Stay less.
Right.
So what brings you here from Michigan?
Family.
Okay, okay. Staying with family out here?
Nah, by myself in the RV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Some bad choices, but, you know, hopefully this will find no shit looking back up.
So how long you been living in Oregon?
2017.
Okay, okay.
I went back for a couple months because I ended up getting my dog, and then I went to Georgia for a couple months and came back out here. This weird though, man. Weed is only legal in Atlanta.
I mean, this Atlanta, man. That's a wild zone.
Yeah.
About 20 minutes up. I like this dude. This dude's bad. I'm gonna be like kind of blunt with him because it's like we already got you, bro. Like you sent all this, but like, hey, I want to find out if there's something redeemable, even though we know there's not.
You said you meeting up with 2 chicks?
Yeah.
Shit.
Bullshit ass lab scamming. And they actually put down for the video chat.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Man, I got rid of social media a few months ago, but I just got tired of the drama and the bullshit.
Oh, dude. You're a straight light man. Oh, dude. Definitely. You also have to have a gay black also, but I'm also a racist homophobe.
Yeah, yeah, make that one make sense.
I actually made a comment on Reddit. There was this post on there. Everybody, is it pedophilia? If they met with it was a teen and she was 19.
Yeah.
And she's now or some shit and she's 20. I was like, oh?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, dude, 4 years ain't shit.
Even at that,
Even at that age.
you tell me that.
Like, no, she did. That motherfucker was like 15.
Yeah.
And she was 19, 20.
Yeah, there should be
That'd be a little different.
Of course. Yeah.
I was 15, man. Overall, bang was 26.
Hell yeah.
Females even at that age are fucking wrestling with it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just my sister, she's 19 years younger than me, right? And she was already a fucking double D.
No shit.
Oh shit.
Here, got your thoughts about that?
Chilling. Driving shoot on drugs. I don't know about you, man. My back is killing me. I'm about to stand up real quick. Brother, don't have too much fun in the hot tub, man. Oh, my back.
What's up, Christopher?
And then you turn around and use a child to help advertise a service that's only going to make you money. I don't know, it's kind of weird.
And on the behalf of the EDP Watch team, we apologize for that. So let's run it back. On edpwatch.com, you can help the cause and support us directly. You'll be able to get uncensored chat logs, full dialogue. I'm sorry, I just can't keep doing this. Exclusive. Support us on uncensored chat logs. We'll discuss clarity prompts and you're going to want to see on-time early access to real videos. Giveaways get 50% off all merch and a chance to go to high-roll catch with the market's handsome itself. So what are you waiting for? $4.45 a month.
Is that her? Is that her? The girl? I was gonna say, we're not police or nothing, man. We're just 3 regular dudes. We just want to have a conversation about all this. Her mom had found out, sent it to us. Would you be down to have a conversation? Yeah, we gotta talk about that, man. It's deep. You want to stay out here? I don't want people knowing your business. I mean, after we could go back and drop you off, man. But we gotta talk this through. Cigarette? You know how old they told you they were?
They were like 18.
They both said they were 18? And so what was going on with all that?
What the heck? I kind of want to just go home now. What the fuck?
Can we talk about this?
What's there to talk about?
I mean, there's a lot to talk about, man. I mean, like I said, if you want to, you're free to go whenever.
What the fuck, dude?
I feel like this got to be addressed, you know what I mean?
Well, they say they gonna be here in a minute, so yeah, I guess,
Before they get here, can we talk? Because, you know. So, man, tell me about yourself, Christopher, man. What do you do for work?
Massage therapy. I went to school for that.
Okay, Deshaun Watson, I hear you.
Well, now I'm just in between, just looking over there now. Like, out of space, because,
Yeah.
I look like this.
No, man, there's nothing wrong with you, man. That's cat.
Just a perv trying to touch him and shit. Gotta work on my approach.
I don't think you're a perv at all, big dog. No, that's why, you know, I didn't want to get anybody else involved with all this, you know what I mean? Because I feel like this shit can be talked out. But, I mean, yeah, let's go inside, man. No cops are here, man. None of us are cops. You see? Man of my word, no cops. We just want to get to the bottom of this, man.
Yeah, I met him on Facebook and shit. Hell, I thought they were fucking African fucking dudes standing motherfuckers, you know? I was like, bother them, but I was like, hey, what's up? You know,
Yeah. How old did she say she is? Because I feel like that's like the most important part.
they said they were like 18, dude. Like,
They told you that they were 18? Yeah, like I said, I didn't even read through it, so, like, you know.
I didn't know what to say. What the fuck?
I mean, you want to go back outside? I mean, you got a ride home, or do you need us to give you a ride home back? Well, here, man, we got you, man. But, I mean, I'm not trying to get sick out here. You think you could, like, hold off on your cigarette? I mean, you see there's no cops in there. Here, forget it. It's all good. You can smoke inside. You can smoke. Nah, it's fine. Trust me. Like, you can come on and smoke inside. I'm just trying not to get sick. They told you they were 18, but, you know, right here she did say that she was 18, so were you not reading that? You must have missed that? Okay, I feel that. So listen, man, in my opinion, this is what I think. I don't think you're a bad dude. Look at me, man. Christopher, can you look me in my eyes real quick, man? Look, I don't think you're a bad dude, man. If I thought you were a bad dude, you wouldn't be talking to me right now. This would be on someone else's desk.
Fucking catch a predator, fucking prime time shit.
You see, no Chris Hansen here, no cops here, you know. Nothing, none of that. I can't keep on watching you just cough down cigarettes. Like, we gotta talk about this eventually.
I don't want to fucking do it. I don't want to.
So you don't want to talk to us?
No, I don't want to fucking do it because apparently they said they were. I'm about to pull up.
So are you waiting for them?
No, I can't do it.
Because It's just gonna be like this. Either you can leave if you want to, or we can sit in here and just have a conversation about this. So if we have a good conversation, man, I genuinely don't mind giving you a ride back home. So you down to come in and we have this talk? You already coughed on the cigarette. I'll be Walter White. Are you watching Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I missed the last few episodes though, man. But I can always find that shit on.
True.
Way too old.
I mean, I know, man. That's okay. But you said, old enough to be your dad, probably older than your dad. So you acknowledge that you was. Were you high on meth? Probably. You were saying how you be doing meth and stuff. You think you're probably high? Okay. And you asked her what grade she's in. She said 7th, and you said nice. I remember middle school, fun time. What happened? Tell me about middle school, man. What all happened when you were in middle school?
We had this hot-ass smart teacher, which hardly ever worked on us.
Damn. You topped that, man?
No, we still did. You know, it's like almost 200 pounds in middle school, dude.
How much you weigh now?
Like 220.
220, nice, man.
Hey,
it went up 20 pounds.
I've got this because I needed the caffeine because I've been nervous. I've actually been drinking more Gatorade and water and shit lately.
Oh, man, you need to get on some Prime, bro.
I tried Prime, man. I tried a few of the flavors, man. I didn't like it.
You didn't like Prime? Christopher Lloyd doesn't like Prime. Well, here, listen, man. Like, first off, I know I look young, but I served for a while. I have a bad hearing aid. Is it cool if I put my hearing aid on you when I have conversations with people? So, listen, dog. I think you got caught up with some bullshit. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Bro, here, man. We don't want to get anybody involved, dog. I mean, do you have any kids, man?
No, I don't. I'm 41, dude. I had when I was like 5 or 6 or some shit. So that's in the little spring time and shit.
So, I mean, like, what made you was like, you know what, F it, I'm gonna come in on and see them? Because right now, they're both in trouble. Like,
good. Fucking doing that shit.
I feel like they shouldn't be doing that, but I mean, like, but you said right here, meanwhile, I'm gonna be touching myself thinking of the two of you together, making you come all over and over again. You said, I also want you both to take turns sitting on my face so I can lick your meows. I mean, they're not here, so, you know, if they were and we weren't here, would that stuff have happened?
50-50, honestly, dude, to be quite honest with you.
50-50?
Because
I'm gonna say it would have went 100-100 because, I mean, you drove out here an hour.
How fucking big are they? My sister was fucking, she was almost as tall as I am now, you know?
Oh, so if they're tall, you can... So it's like they looked mature to you.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'm not even trying to talk about this BS. Listen, this is what I really want to talk to you about, big dog. Hey, Christopher, look at me, man. Christopher, look at me. Say, I'm not a monster. I want you to say that right now. Say, I'm not a monster.
I'm not a monster.
Look me in my eyes and say, I'm not a monster.
You're not a monster.
You're not. It's not beating yourself up. Hey, listen, man. That's why we're going to talk about this, big dog. Because if I wanted to see you messed up with this stuff, I wouldn't have to be talking to you. This is what I do want to talk to you about, man. You're on Telegram and stuff. I've been on Telegram. When we be on that stuff, we be getting added to group chat, and they be putting some wild stuff in there. So, are you associated in any groups that, like, you know, you really don't think you should even be in? Like, that you probably didn't even want to join, but you ended up being in?
Baby shit. Kids. I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
There's like babies? Yeah. What are the
fucking child on that shit, dude?
Like, what's the youngest age you saw on there?
Fucking newborn, dude. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
What did they do?
I'm like, fucking, like,
obviously, what did you, but what were they doing in the video?
They were fucking adults.
Bro, I mean, I see the horror in your face, man. Like, I totally get it. You get mixed up with the wrong crowd, and it's like, that's not even you.
It was really fucking yucked on me. My friends
Yeah, what's it called again? It's probably in my search history on PlayStation Store. I'm gonna go to it's a Final Fantasy game. It's called oh, why is it not in my search history? Final Fantasy. Yeah, I didn't even know they made this one. Hold on, I'm just there's a lot of oh yeah, Strangers of Paradise. With taxes, it's 56.16, but it's called Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise. I didn't even know it came in 2022. I never heard of it before. I seen a video on it last night. Like, damn, it looks fun.
Yeah, it's like 57 in tax. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you could spend your money on that and then send me the 30 and I can pick you up an ounce and image it. I don't imagine the, like, what is it called, you know, like the added money when you buy it. What's that called?
What?
You know, what they put above the base price, spot price.
Spot. Or, yeah, premium.
The premium, yes. I don't imagine the premiums are going to be more than Canada Gold.
I don't know, maybe, but the thing is that, yeah, is that where you're going to get my birthday stuff?
I don't know. I'm going to look at what they have. I don't know what it's going to be like. And I don't know what the prices are going to be like, so if it's not a better deal than Canada Gold, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to see.
You're gonna... Yeah, you gotta get a couple ounces of gold. Oh, I could torrent this game. Guess I'll just torrent it. Final Fantasy 60 on the PS5. I like to play the Final Fantasy games on the PS5. Yeah. Download it now. Well, it's not like I'm gonna want to re-download it and replay it. Well, I know I'm gonna like it. It's a Final Fantasy game that came out in 2022. I know I'm gonna like it. Well, since I'm torrenting it, I can only download at 1 megabyte a second, so it's estimated to be 10 hours. But if I was to download on my PS5, it would take like 20 minutes. Oh, no. No, I just started downloading it now. I just looked for it on the torrent thing. It's there, but yeah. Okay, well, in a few hours it'll be like half downloaded anyways, so whatever.
But don't you not, weren't you saying if you torrent it, you don't get all the, isn't there something you don't get?
No, you get everything, but I mean, yeah, you don't get achievements, you don't get playtime and stuff, and it just makes it more annoying because when you torrent the games, they're not as stable. Like the thing is too is that sometimes they don't work, and then even if they do work, they get deleted. There's nowhere to re-download them. Like if the game gets deleted off my PS5, the PlayStation saves it in the cloud. So even if my PlayStation 5 stopped working, I bought a new one, I'd be able to pick up where I left off. But with the torrent, it doesn't work like that. Yeah, there's a lot of flaws when it comes to torrenting, but whatever.
Why don't you spend the money you have on Shape Pay on the game, and then by Tuesday, I'll give you $50 back.
No, it's fine, because I want to stream it anyways, and it's better to stream off the laptop, because the laptop lets me stream in higher quality. The PlayStation doesn't let me stream in high quality anyway. So yeah, I'll just torrent it.
Okay. Okay, well, it's an option if you want to do it.
I mean, I do want it on the PS5. See, that's the other thing I want is an Elgato game capture, but those are like $300. If I can stream up to PS5 instead of lower quality, I might as well save the $300. Because if I bought an Elgato game capture, I could connect my PlayStation 5 to my laptop, and I could stream off my laptop on the PS5. You could make the quality way better, but those Elgatos are like $300. So there's a lot of options. I just don't waste the money. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's stupid because the PlayStation does have built-in streaming, so you don't need an Elgato. The problem is that they don't let you adjust anything on the PS5. It's the built-in streaming and they just default everything. You know, you could mess around with the settings and tweak it. It's like you could stream off the PS5 in really good quality and shit, especially with my internet. But they don't let you do that because they don't let you tweak it. They just have everything at a default. That's why connect. That's why streaming off the laptop is better. No, well, that's dumb too because Sony PlayStation, they don't even own the Elgato. Like the Elgato, Sony doesn't even own the Elgato. Like the Elgato is for Xbox and PlayStation. But Microsoft and Sony don't even own it. So I don't know why they do that because it's like they don't even benefit from it.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because if it was a money grab, you think they wanted to me because if I could stream at high quality, I would definitely buy the game. My phone is not at least even if the phone would suck. I'm not giving money to the studio, at least. Because that's how people PlayStation would make no money on it. In fact, they used to lose money on it. When the PlayStation first came out, they actually didn't talk about selling the console. They did never. They talked about online subscription and people buying games. It costs a lot of money to make those consoles. You gotta think the PS5 is only like $400 or $500 for build a computer that's powerful as a PS5. How much is it for $1,000? When they build the console and sell it for like $500, they cost $500 to build. Where they make the money is when they sell a game on that PlayStation 4. $25 on it. Yeah, and they buy that online. PlayStation 5, they sold 130 million PlayStation 4 consoles, and each of those consoles has multiple games. So, you know, when they sell 130 games that's sold, you know, and each console buys like, whatever, you know, a couple games. Some people buy hundreds of games.
is like there's literally billions of games sold, hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah. They still want to sell as many consoles as possible, even if they sell them at a loss because they make the money up later when people buy games. Yeah. I guess so. Edmonton's a smaller city. Edmonton's a smaller city, though. Why? So that doesn't get. I don't get that. Why does Edmonton? I know it's the capital of Alberta, but why does Edmonton get all the good shit? They get West Edmonton and stuff. Why do they get all these good businesses even though they're a smaller city? That's because it's the capital, right? But they have less people. Yeah, Calgary has more people. Yeah. Well, we're about to have the biggest skyscrapers in Alberta. They're building them in the city and they're all there. Yeah. And it does even up to the south or it looks kind of like a Pringle chip. Oh yeah, I'm down to my last steak in the fridge. But I like making my own skewers. I really wish we would have got those metal ones. Here in the Canadian Tire the other day, I seen the metal ones. But yeah, since I put them on the barbecue, the skewer is burnt. So I really wish we would have got the metal reusable ones. Also, I need more dishwasher soap in London. But my food didn't get wrecked, so I mean, I like that char flavor, so I don't really care about char flavor. But the problem is they're not even skewers because like what's even the point? Because you pick the fucking thing up and it's ash. When it turns into ash, you know that part you're supposed to pick up. that's why I love being on the 7th floor too, because it's like I'm not too high up where I can't see anything. Like maybe there's a place that's too high up and can't really see anything. But I'm also not so low that I like I'm up here, nobody can hear my space. But I had a girl when they're losers out there. I would even say that like people call people losers. The other day, I was talking to someone on YouTube and they called me a loser because my post yesterday. And like I realized that people call people losers for like people call Donald Trump a loser. People call Elon Musk a loser. Like I thought being a loser meant like you're broke, you have no money, you're homeless, or like you have no future. Like Donald Trump is the president of the United States. How's he a loser? Elon Musk is like the richest man in the United States. How is he a loser? So I realized people just call you like a loser based on their opinion, not on like actually being a loser. But you know, it's like these guys up here are actual losers, and they have a girlfriend. I don't know. I don't think that. I think it's about drugs. Yeah, I think that's what I think it's about. I think it's about drugs. Because, like, what about all those people in, you know, those big cities, not just Toronto, but cities in America who are homeless and they're in communities, sure, but they live on those streets and those tent streets and stuff. Like, I don't think people choose to do that. They do it because they do drugs. Yeah, it's about the drugs, isn't it? Not...
Well, for the most part, it's about the drugs, for sure. That's how they start down there, right? And then they don't want to leave it because that's their, like, people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, people call people losers all the time. That's just people do it because they're jealous.
Well, I don't even know what a loser means anymore, because that's like all I see is people being like, yeah, Donald Trump, he's such a loser. Look how Vladimir Putin treated him, or Elon Musk, he's such a loser. Look how Donald Trump treated him. It's like you're someone with a ton of debt who doesn't even have your house paid off. And you're calling Donald Trump and Elon Musk a loser.
Stabilize before they kill us all. Get to my bunkers. Restart whatever systems you can find on the way.
That's why I don't understand what a loser is anymore, because it's such a popular thing to say. Like, I seen someone today on YouTube, he's a creator, and he was so dumb, he was saying that, yeah, J.D. Vance pretending to be the Vice President of America, he's such a poser. It's like, he is the Vice President of the United States. What to me is a poser, like, what?
Yeah, he's not pretending. Yeah. People like just say all kinds of stuff, especially on the internet.
I don't understand it. They like to call Trump obviously a dictator, so it's like, sure, whatever. He literally got elected. Like, I don't understand why these people call Donald Trump so many things. Like, you call him an idiot. There's no way to say he's not an idiot. I mean, I guess you gotta be smart to be president, but calling Trump and Trump a loser, that doesn't make any sense. They're the biggest winners. And like calling J.D. Vance the vice president, and calling him a post for pretending to be the vice president. Democrat. He is the vice president. What do you mean? I know, but there's just like no self-awareness there. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of that on the internet for sure. But it's just people with no profile picture just say the dumbest shit that they're intelligent. Yeah. Well, there was this dumbass too who told me yesterday that like I said something that I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but I don't know why we were forced to get the COVID vaccine in Canada. And then some dumbass says, it's not all about you. You have to do your vaccine to protect people. What about people with this disease and that disease? Yeah. And I'm just like, all I respond with, yeah, it's not about you. It's about everybody's personal freedoms. It's funny how so many liberals talk about like how democracy and being free, freedom and democracy, because that's what they criticize Trump for, is that he's a dictator and stuff. But it's funny how they talk about freedom and democracy, but then they also defend forcing people to get the vaccine. Like the whole point of freedom and democracy is people get to think for themselves, right? So saying that you're not allowed to think for yourself, that's not freedom and democracy. But then the same liberals will say Donald Trump has taken away people's freedom and democracy by deporting illegal immigrants. But what do they call them again? The liberals or the Democrats? What do they call them again? The illegal immigrants. They call them. No, that's offensive. That's what Trump calls them. No, I'm talking about what the liberals call them again. Because they don't call them illegal immigrants and they don't call them aliens. That's offensive. They call them, undocumented migrants. Undocumented. That's it. No, I know, but calling them illegal is offensive. They say, no human is illegal. You can't, that's not okay. You can't call a human illegal. You can't call a human an alien. But, so they'll call them, they're undocumented migrants. No, but that's apparently offensive now. Just like how calling third world nations or whatever. Do you think they that offensive? Third world nations or like third world nation, you have to say undeveloped, right? Developed and undeveloped. Yeah. Yeah, you can't say mankind anymore. You gotta say humankind. But human still has man in it. Woman also has man in it too. Yeah. People kind. They/them kind. You think I could stop it? I mean, I'm getting that game for free. Look how long it takes, because this stuff. Look, I'm only at 5%. It's gonna take a long time, but. I'd like to. No. Especially the ones I got through shaking. share my screen? Okay. I'm just looking to see. I'm a little bit short. I'm at 14,000. I'm at 10,000, so I can get some rewards. What a single Big Mac. This is what you can get at 10,000. You can't get the meal, but you can get like the individual. See, so I've saved up my points a little bit here. See, at 14,000, you can get the meals. Like you can get the Big Mac meal, but it's locked. So I can get a single Big Mac for 10,000, or a single McCrispy, or I can get a Happy Meal. Oh, that's breakfast there. So I need to get to 14,000 for my next free meal. Saving up my stupid McDonald's points. Yeah, let's see what I got. Famous roads to you, off the Democrat thing, I think, whatever. Why'd you do that? Yeah, so if I sold one of my ounces, I'd get a really nice computer, right? No, but I mean a really good computer, like, you know the like really good computers, they're like 4,000 these days. I mean, this one was only 1,200, almost two. We got this on my birthday almost 2 years ago now. I didn't even realize. This is almost 2 years now, right? That's crazy. That's crazy how fast time has went by. Like I've had this for almost 2 years. Remember when we first got this? We went to Best Buy. We didn't even know what I was gonna get or whatever. It was on my birthday. Yeah, that was before I moved to Lethbridge. No, that was 2 years ago on my birthday because I moved on October 1st. We got this like right before I moved. Remember? Yeah. Yeah, I still lived at Mayfair Place when I first got this. because they were just upping my rent. Remember that? Yeah. Well, I think I can. I haven't even been using this for gaming much recently. That's another reason why I want to use my PS5. But yeah, I've been using this for just like watching YouTube and stuff because I can get no ads with Brave. This is Brave browser. It blocks all the ads from YouTube and stuff. So I just I just don't even watch ads. That's all I use the laptop for these days because it's weird. The PS5 is a bit faster, even though the PS5 is only like less than $400. It's a lot faster than the laptop, obviously. Yeah. But for 4,000, I could get a computer that's probably like 10 times faster than it. Because we got this 2 years ago, so you got to think, since 2 years ago, better computers have come out, and obviously this was only 1,200 like 2 years ago. So you can get better computers, and if you spend more money, you can get way better computers these days. But I can't believe that I've had this for almost 2 years already. Yeah. I mean, we got, actually, this is almost a year old now too, hey? We got it used, so, I mean, the person probably had this for at least 2 or 3 months. We got this on Christmas last year, so it probably is like a year old when you consider it's used, but I can't believe that it was almost a year ago that we got this too. Yeah. This controller you gave me, I've used it so much. I've never used this controller. I've probably only used it for like 2 or 3 hours. But this controller that you gave me, that had a bunch of perfume on it or something, uh, it's gotten pretty fucked up. This thing goes like pushes itself. Like look, you see how like I'm trying to push that way. Look, it pushes it. Oh, it's not doing it, but it's really annoying. It'll push itself. Yeah, see, look, it just pushed itself all the way. Look, I'm not pushing left at all. I keep pushing right. Look, and it keeps pushing left. It's really annoying. This controller's fucked up, but it's because just on Call of Duty alone, look how much time I have.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Yeah, this is Final Fantasy 16. This is Final Fantasy 15. This is Minecraft. So I have like 1,000 hours in on this PlayStation.
Crazy, yeah. Jason's son, and he wears a lot of cologne, and he like collects cologne, and the whole basement smells like fucking.
Oh, I thought you sprayed it with cologne because it smelled like cologne for a long time.
His whole like even the dog when it comes up downstairs.
Yeah, it really smells like that cologne smell didn't go away until like a couple months ago. It doesn't smell. Well, it's better than Axe body spray. Remember when I was like 14, 15, everyone in school would spray that Axe body spray. Everywhere it would just smell like Axe body spray. That. Yeah. Well, no, that's great. Because that reminds me when you told me that like touchscreen phones are still pretty new to school, so huh. Well, that's funny. Don't they have like Chromebooks and stuff? I think they have that when I was in school. So. I know, but like when you're a kid that age, what you do is you can't download stuff on Chromebooks, but Google Chrome has like extension things, and then use a VPN and in another tab, you can have another tab open and you can play a game. Then once the teacher starts walking by, you switch to a different tab. Oh, that was like a cool thing back when I was in school. I remember me and Joel used to do that. Now Joel is dead. Joel is dead for 2 years almost. Yeah, Joel didn't get to live a very long life. Because he was a year younger than me, so he was, it was Joel's birthday last month. I actually seen his friend's Facebook. They were posting about it. It was his birthday last month. Oh, he would have been turning 23. Yeah. Yeah. He's the one who did my crown. That's crazy to think too, because you know what's crazy? He broke. I think it broke for a second, then he filled it in again. And he said, yeah, in a couple of months, if that stays together, we'll put my crown right into left. And we never actually got my crown done. So he did that. He did that work on my tooth, and it's only half done, but at least it's filled in. We never actually finished it. I was actually going to ask you about it. Hey, maybe TJ think that really good, but. So then once the kid dies, like I see this excuse time and time again. One of the stories I watched today, the kids were eating their own feces to survive. And yeah, one of them died, and the mom's excuse was she called 911. And then she realized that the father would know, so she realized that was a good idea. So what she did, she called the police and she said, he fell down the stairs. And then when they got there, the police knew instantly because the kid was so skinny, he was like skin and bones. They knew instantly that it was neglect, and she killed him because she killed him by beating him. But yeah, his body was so weak and he didn't eat. So they knew instantly that he was neglect because he was so skinny. And so I see this stuff and it's like, yeah, my mom was good one, so I don't know what to say. sexually assaulted and just like enjoy the drama of it. But they that wasn't a guy getting someone sexually assaulted, but I said for weeks and stuff, and that was bad. But I apologized within like a few hours. Remember, I felt bad about that, and I apologized and stuff. And obviously, an apology didn't take it back. And I still haven't gotten an apology. Even when Michelle asked, "What do you need from me?" I told her I want an apology. After I apologized to her first, and she's double my age, and she still couldn't apologize. Like everyone makes bad decisions in their life. Everyone messes up and hurts people in their life. The difference is if you're remorseful for it or not. That's why important stuff when you murder someone, the main thing they look for too is remorse. To be like, if he can get parole in his lifetime. That's how they decide if murderers get parole or whatever, right? Is if they show remorse. If a murderer shows remorse, they might get parole in like 30 years, right? Because that, like, you can't take back what you did. You need to take accountability for what you did or what you had done to someone. But at least you can show remorse, right? But terrible people don't have remorse because they only think of themselves, right? Yeah, but even if you don't take accountability for your actions, you can still show remorse. Like you can be happy about something that happened to someone, but still be like, I'm sorry that happened to you, you know? Like that. Like I wasn't even looking for. It's not like I asked them to fucking call me up and give me a voice message. Like it was like she could have said sorry and completely have been not genuine about it, right? But still just said sorry to be like, get out of our life. Be like, you know, stop terrorizing us. But that's why they're terrible people. That's narcissistic attitude. I'm not saying they are narcissists because that's what everybody says about their exes, right? I'm not saying they are narcissists. I'm just saying that's a narcissistic behavior. So fucking like calculated and drama loving that stop terrorizing us, but you can't say sorry over a text message for having terrible things done to someone. But it's not just frustrating. It doesn't even someone's calling me. 403-479-7076. I don't want to answer it. I don't want to answer it. I don't want to answer it. It's over. You're not going to know who it is, probably. I don't know. 479-7076. No, why couldn't it be She did all that cocaine. She has that like the worst diabetes. Well, you said that guy had young kids. Like Haley's kids are grown up and stuff, so I'm not sure. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too, is that if the roles were reversed, it's good on the guy. She's the one who's struggling with that. Like, I would have stuck by her. She didn't stick by me. And you know, my mom would have felt bad about that stuff. But then even, yeah, actually, I don't know, like, even if that shit did happen, like, obviously I would have been alone, and even if the shit, like, even with her criminal charges, I was gonna say, my mom probably would have apologized, but no, my mom wasn't very mature like that. I don't think my mom would have cussed her out. My mom liked getting in arguments over Facebook and stuff. Yeah. But it wouldn't even got that far. I wouldn't have tried to the police. Yeah. Okay, bye. One of the phones. Okay, guys, it's McDonald's time, and look, I got a limited edition milkshake here. What's this one called again? McDonald Land Shake. McDonald Land. The hell? What type of flavor even is that? So I'm gonna give this milkshake a rating here. I just got my normal Big Mac meal right here, but I got it with the McDonald Land milkshake instead of my normal coffee because it sounded interesting. I smelt it. It smells good. It kind of smells like blueberry from what I could tell. All right, let's give this milkshake a rating here. It looks really cool. It looks kind of blue too, huh? All right, I'll tell you what it tastes like. Does not taste like blueberry. Kind of tastes like a Pop-Tart. Kind of. But better. I don't really like Pop-Tarts, but I do like this. That's good. Alright, so I just have my McDonald Land milkshake. It's pretty damn good. I like that milkshake. Good flavor. And now it's time for my Big Mac. Oh, it's Big Mac time. Oh, they've loaded this one up with lettuce. I did not ask for extra lettuce. Seems like extra lettuce, though. They're probably like, damn, you getting fat, boy. You need more lettuce. We're gonna give you a salad Big Mac for this one. Salad Big Mac. It's still good.
Here's something I haven't done in a long, long time. A text thread. This puppy is something Matt sent me this morning and it's special. It is irresistible. I have to yap about it. A guy had been seeing a girl he matched with on Hinge for like 2 weeks. They'd only hung out a couple of times, but he wasn't really enjoying her company all that much, and instead of just ghosting her and disappearing, decided to just rip the band-aid off and put in his 2 weeks notice, like I'm resigning from this, we had some good times, but, we need to go our separate ways into the sunset here. And all hell broke loose. It was a pretty respectable message. Hey, I'm realizing we're not aligned in ways that matter to me. I'd rather be honest now than keep moving forward when I don't see it working out long term. Very concise, to the point, it's not rude, very simple. And man, that hit like the meteor to the dinosaurs here. Oh, well, okay. Hope you find what you're looking for, I guess. Me thinking I found my person, and you don't even feel the same, LMAO? And he says, same to you. Now I'm sad. Block me. All because I want to tell you conspiracies, and I want kids. Now you know me, I love conspiracies like Garfield loves lasagna, but there comes a point where it's just overwhelming. This individual here, she's not just wanting to tell him conspiracies, she is obsessed with conspiracies. She lives and breathes conspiracies out the wazoo. You're about to see just like a flood of unhinged, like, lore dumping. She starts trying to give this guy homework on conspiracies. She then gets into anime monologuing territory. It's also been 5 days and people change. Life changes, circumstances change, but war never changes. And you know what else doesn't change? Once you reach a certain age, that is, your height. Isn't that damn shame? I actually felt something with you, which isn't something that happens often, but you know what you want from your person, I guess? I don't know why I'm reading this like AI. It's first thing in the morning. Now we can actually fight. Thank God. It's about time we can actually fight. Woo! Yeah! What a weird thing to throw in there. That's what I get for liking a lib. I'm upset because what the fuck? Fix your feelings, I don't care. Men and their illusion of options. Yes, you see, there's only one option, and it's her. All roads lead back to this angel. I told you at dinner I like to talk out my ass when it comes to conspiracies. I thought I fell in love with you when I came over, and the entire time you didn't even want me there. That's delusion, and that's okay. God, That's like just scary, the fixation, like how quickly that can happen. I thought I fell in love with you, and they've only hung out like a handful of times over the course of 2 weeks. Thank you for your time, LMAO. I am again done dating for a few months. Our weak pictures. I can't quite make out what that's supposed to be. It looks like the inside of a dishwasher. I don't know if they shrunk themselves down on Miss Frizzle's school bus or something and took an adventure inside of a dishwasher, but that's what it looks like to me. I'm not really sure, but she sends like some pictures to commemorate the great times they had together. And now I have to take down and restart my hair, because why am I literally doing it pink like you wanted? And I have to kill you on Sims. That's one of those big red flags right there. There's a lot to unpack with just that one line. Now I have to kill you on Sims. That's that psycho shit, like ripping the wings off a butterfly. So, first of all, she made him in Sims, after barely knowing him. Kind of weird. Really odd. I guess she was like planning their lives together through Sims to see if it's something that she, is ready to, get ripping and roaring on. And now that it's gone south, she's going to have to execute and murder him on The Sims. I imagine there will be torture involved too. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. A girl that actually likes you is too much, LMAO. Anyways, I'll see you Saturday. I love that. After all this, it's like, okay, so now that you're done being stupid about this whole, like, we don't align type of thing, I'm going to see you on Saturday. Isn't that right? I will see you Saturday. Don't you forget it. I will see you Saturday. Yes, I killed you on The Sims, but I had to do what I had to do. Doesn't mean I don't want to see you on Saturday. We're still soulmates. We're meant to be together. You know that. I like you. You know that. And you don't have a choice. It's an illusion of options. First day you didn't see me in a row, and I got my man taken. Man didn't get taken. Man just came to his senses. This is all very concerning stuff. Like, it is what it is. He was upfront with you about it. He didn't ghost you. And, man, I gotta tell you, I think overall this response to it is showing that maybe this just wasn't the right fit. Telling me to keep you just for you to leave. I'm sorry for blowing you up, but I'm just a deeply loyal person. I don't see what we don't agree on. And even then, why do we have to agree on everything? We're human with our own lifestyles and experiences. I'm so sad. While I'm sensitive and bleeding isn't nice, could have waited 2 days when I'm back to being myself. And then she puts a screenshot from another match she had on Hinge, where she's talking about the Mossad and the CIA. Which I'm not really sure what that has to do with what's going on here, but she does provide it regardless, I guess, as like some parting ways reading to brush up on if you want the real. This is why I hate liberal men, because why are you more sensitive than me? Well, I think him sending one message about like, hey, it's not working out, I don't really love us together, and then you having 45 messages over the course of like an hour and a half, it doesn't seem like he's more sensitive at all, actually. That's kind of a weird projection, to be honest. That's a bit of a reach. I'll give you one day of space. I'll see you tomorrow, caps lock. She's gonna be in like a fucking tree with binoculars looking at him, spying or something. Smiley face. Yeah, I don't care. You're either with me or we're together. Those are your only two options. Oh, fuck. About to kidnap him or something. It reminds me of that hat. You're either drinking 14 beers with me, or you're drinking 14 beers against me. You're cute, smart, laugh at all my jokes, easy to talk to. I like your hands and your arms, and your weird nerdiness. Okay, I have shit to do, but still, count your days. Literally one, but yeah. Okay, bye. Have a good day. And then she drops some more screenshots here. This one's about Jewish tradition and Jewish banking. It's becoming a full-blown Twitter thread here, and it goes on for a little while. Then she starts sending these. All of this over the course of 2 minutes, so it's all saved to her phone. And I'm actually so fucking hilarious, and I wanted to cook for you and love you forever, blocking your blessings, and I give immaculate head. Shit, wait a minute. Hold on. We may have been too hasty here. That ought to make him rethink everything. We can now disregard the previous 66 messages that have come through here, and maybe we can at least reevaluate this relationship. Let's go into Hail Mary. And I'm a trust fund kid with VA benefits because both my parents are retired and on 100% disability. Well, okay, I'm done now.
was shot. Psychopaths are known for wanting to spend a ton of money on everything except defense. So basically, they believe in investing in everything except keeping America safe. Isn't that just brilliant strategy?
In League of Legends, that's one trick pony, but that doesn't really fit here. But whatever, I was OTP with my best friend, literally telling him how much I like you when you sent that message. Because what the fuck? But I know we're never gonna see each other again, so it's all good, friend. I hope your date goes well. Actually, I hope she's ugly. And loves the white savior complex. I can't do it too fast. My fault for sure. I'm glad you feel safe. That's good. You could have warned me. Literally, if you haven't blocked me, I don't know. I'm gonna keep going until I feel better. I don't even respond to anything. It could really just leave me on my
Welcome to Liberty Falls. You've traveled halfway around the world. Now let's get this finished.
I was expecting this place to be a bit more sciencey. Faster than you can say medulla oblongata.
I await you beneath the main residence. Try not to get killed before we meet.
Right now, I just hope my gravestone won't read death by Southern hospitality. Best thing I ever got in a raffle, second-hand
Some final
microscope.
preparations remain to activate the sentinel arsenal. Only then can we bring back messages from the doctor.
Just tell us what to do. I've had it up to here with cryptic hints. I'll count my blessings. As soon as I have some. That's almost exactly what I wanted. Even if this premium material stuff can regenerate Maxis's body, how can it regenerate her mind? Her soul?
The sentinel artifact manipulates time as well as matter. Her human software will be pulled from her. She will be the woman you knew.
She can spit conspiracy theories back and forth on.
Sunset Overdrive was a $42 million game that was supposed to be Microsoft's next big game franchise. It managed to take an established, stale genre and completely turn it on its head, creating one of the most
double points. What am I remind me of my mother. Soft on the outside, but with a spine made of iron.
Oh. I'll take that as a compliment.
Something with so many
But don't ever call me
visual
mum or I'll punch you in the
shadows of gaming history. Why did Sunset Overdrive fail so dramatically? Well, to tell the story, we need to start with a bit of context about Microsoft and the timeline that led to the creation of this game in the first place. In 2013, fun, action-packed games that didn't take themselves too seriously were topping the charts and generating hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. Games like BioShock Infinite, Saints Row 4, and Borderlands 2 were flying from the shelves, and Microsoft wanted in on the praise. Through its subsidiary, Microsoft Game Studios,